Long ago, in a land that seemed blessed with beauty and abundance, there stood two cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. To anyone passing by, they looked like places of success. The streets were active, the markets were full, and life appeared to be thriving. People built homes, traded goods, and lived what seemed to be ordinary lives. But behind this outward appearance, something much deeper was happening, something that could not be seen with the eyes alone. Slowly, silently, the foundation of these cities was being corrupted. What looked strong on the outside was becoming weak within, and no one could see just how close they were to destruction. As time went on, the hearts of the people changed. Compassion began to disappear, replaced by selfishness and cruelty. Truth was no longer valued, and justice was ignored. The weak were mistreated. The innocent were overlooked, and wrongdoing became something people accepted without question. Day after day, the darkness grew stronger. What was once considered wrong slowly became normal. And as the city continued down this path, the cries of those who suffered did not go unheard, though people ignored it. Those cries rose higher and higher. But even in the middle of such darkness, there was still a man who chose a different path. His name was Lot. He lived in Sodom with his family, surrounded by everything that was going wrong. Each day, he saw things that troubled his heart. Each day, he felt the weight of living in a place that no longer followed what was right. Yet, despite it all, he refused to let the darkness around him change who he was. He held on to his faith. He held on to what he believed was right, even when it felt like he was standing alone. One evening, as the sun slowly disappeared beyond the horizon and shadows stretched across the land, two strangers approached the gates of Sodom. They appeared as ordinary travelers, walking quietly into the city, but there was something different about them, something that could not easily be explained. Their presence carried a quiet authority, a calm strength. These were not just travelers, they were messengers sent for a purpose, and that purpose would soon change everything. When Lot saw them, something stirred within him. He immediately rose and approached them with respect and urgency. There was a seriousness in his voice as he spoke. "Please, come to my house," he said. "Stay the night, and allow me to take care of you." He knew what the city was like after dark. He knew the danger that could come if they remained outside. At first, they declined, saying they would stay in the open square. But Lot insisted, not out of politeness, but out of concern, deep concern for their safety. Finally, They agreed and followed him into his home. Inside, Lot prepared a meal for them, doing everything he could to show kindness and hospitality. For a brief moment, there was peace. Inside those walls, it felt safe, it felt calm. But outside, the city was beginning to awaken to something else. The darkness that had been hidden during the day was now rising to the surface, and it would not stay quiet for long. As night fully settled over Sodom, men from every part of the city began to gather outside Lot's house. Their voices grew louder, their presence more threatening. They called out, demanding that the strangers be brought out to them. The situation quickly became tense. Fear filled the air. What had started as a quiet evening was now turning into something dangerous, something uncontrollable. Lot stepped outside, carefully closing the door behind him to protect those inside. Standing before the crowd, he felt the weight of the moment. His heart pounded as he tried to reason with them. "Please," he said, his voice filled with urgency, "do not do this wicked thing." But his words had no effect. The people were no longer listening. Their hearts had grown hard and their minds were set. The darkness within them had taken control. In that moment, the situation reached its breaking point. Suddenly, the angels reached out, pulling Lot back inside to safety. Then, with a power beyond human understanding, they struck the crowd with blindness. Instantly, confusion spread among the people. They stumbled, unable to see, unable to find their way. Yet even in their blindness, they continued trying to force their way forward. Chaos filled the night, and everything began to fall apart. The angels turned to Lot with urgency that could not be ignored. "Do you have anyone else here?" they asked. "Sons, daughters, anyone belonging to you, bring them out of this place." Their voices carried the weight of what was about to happen. "This city will be destroyed," they said. It was not a warning to take lightly. It was a final chance to escape. Lot rushed to warn others in his family. He spoke with urgency, trying to make them understand the danger. But to them, it sounded unbelievable. It sounded like an exaggeration, something too extreme to be real. They did not take him seriously. They laughed, and in that moment, they chose to stay. They did not realize that the time to act was running out. As the first light of morning began to appear, the angels urged Lot and his family to leave immediately. When he hesitated, overwhelmed by everything happening, they took hold of his hand, along with his wife and daughters, and led them out of the city. It was an act of mercy guiding them away from destruction, even when they struggled to move forward. As they ran, a clear command was given. Do not look back. It was simple, yet powerful. Behind them, the sky began to change. Fire and burning sulfur rained down, consuming everything in its path. The cities were being destroyed completely. But in a single moment, Lot's wife turned back, perhaps out of fear, perhaps out of attachment. But that one moment of looking back cost her everything. She became a pillar of salt, frozen in that instant forever. Lot and his daughters continued forward, their hearts heavy, their minds overwhelmed by what they had seen. Behind them, nothing remained but silence and ruins. The cities were gone. Through it all, one truth remained: choices have consequences. Ignoring what is right leads to destruction. But even in the midst of judgment, there is mercy for those who choose to listen, to trust, and to move forward without looking back.